Hey, what's up guys? Happy Monday. How you doing? I'm a little bit tired today, so I'm gonna stick with it, and hopefully this won't be too sleepy. But hope you're having a good day. Hope your weekend was good and stuff like that. And let's just get right into this, shall we? Agaboosh. So, what have I been playing? And that's going to sound dumb, but I've been really into this game. Where's my phone? I don't know where my phone went. I lost my phone somewhere. This game on my phone called Paper.io, which is kind of like, I guess, like Tron Bikes, you know, or Snake, or, no, it's not really Snake, because you're not really eating anything, but it's like Tron Bikes, where it's top view, and you're kind of, you know, zooming along, and you'll change direction and stuff like that. And the idea is, you're like a box, though, you're like a block, kind of going around. And the idea is to kind of, you're creating your own territory by kind of circling back on yourself, and you're gaining it bigger and bigger and bigger. And there's a bunch of other people playing at the same time, and you can steal their land and other stuff like that. And if you are outside of your territory and kind of, you know, on the white trying to create your territory, and someone goes through that line, boom, you're dead. It's over. So it's totally dumb, but man, it's pretty addictive and fun. And it's, you know, it's swipe controls, which is fairly. It's good for what it is. I mean, it would be better if you had a digital D-pad just to be precise click, but you actually are able to pull off some pretty good moves on there. I think the only time where the controls suffer is when there's some lag, like the frame rate isn't completely smooth, so sometimes that completely messes you up, and yeah, you end up crashing into the wall or doing something you didn't intend to do. But anyway, I've been playing that. Pretty dumb, but it's pretty neat, I think. And I think my high score on that is I've managed to gain 60% of, or more than that, of the play area. So that's kind of your metrics for how, you know, how you see how well you're doing and how much of the area of the entire world map can you grab. So anyway, pretty dumb, but I've been playing it. It's fun. It's good stuff. And something, actually I played a long time ago, but they just released it on limited run on Friday as a physical copy with the soundtrack, is Aqua Kitty DX for the Vita with a soundtrack. So I managed to purchase that. So that's cool. It's a really neat game. It's kind of like Defender, I guess, in a way, but with pixel artwork, really slick. It looks really, really nice, and it's got a lot of humor in it, and it's silly and fun, and really good gameplay. It's really tight, so definitely worth checking out. I recommend it. So that's pretty much it. Apart from my own games, I haven't been playing anything else, I don't think. I'm looking around for inspiration. No, I think that's it. I think that's all I've been playing. So we will move on to the next section. Agaboo. So what's in the news? Something that stood out to me was the German Switch commercial with the guy sitting on the toilet playing Mario Kart. I thought that was actually really neat, because it's basically everyone. That's, you know, that's what people do with their phones, with their mobiles, you know, their whatever, their handhelds. Is, you know, you can take it on the toilet if you want. So I thought that was really neat. I thought it was a fun way to kind of market that. I kind of wish that he was, and someone else on Twitter mentioned this as well. At first, I thought that he was playing against the other guys in the living room. So he was, you know, running to the bathroom with his version. So I don't know if that's possible, but that's kind of what I thought at first. But I don't think that's what is happening in the commercial. But I wonder if that's possible. I wonder if you can have one person on their own Switch with their own screen, and then other people on a different Switch, or on the TV or whatever. I guess on a different Switch. Hooked up together. I guess if you were online, I guess you could, right? Yeah, so I guess you probably could do that. I guess we'll see. But I thought it was pretty neat. PAX South was this weekend. PAX, if you don't know what PAX is, it's a show, video game show, dedicated to video games and other gaming type stuff, which is open to the public, which is nice, unlike E3, which is trade only. And this one was down in San Antonio. I didn't go down to it, but it's just like an hour and a half away. But yeah, I'm too busy, so I didn't go down there. One day I'll go down there. I've never been. I need to go. But I've been to PAX East in Boston. I've been to PAX, what they call PAX West now, or PAX Prime, it used to be called, in Seattle. And they're both great shows. I really like the Boston one. The convention center is really nice. So so that happened this weekend, and they had the Switch there. So I got to see some photos of the Nintendo booth, with they had like a a cross section of an airplane and stuff like that to kind of show the different ways that you could play the Switch. So that's neat. It's nice to have physical props, to kind of demonstrate how it can fit into your lifestyle. I think that's very clever. Compared to the Wii U, the messaging of the Switch is 1,000 times better. It's so simple, and they're really going overboard and selling it, which I think is very smart, very wise to do that. Yeah, nice, neat to see, good stuff. I think that's it for the news for me right now. So I am going to go into Good Morning Blips. And there's that, very nice. Which then takes us to the next section immediately. Oh my gosh, alright, what is going on with our games right now? Treasure Knots. Making some really good progress. Yeah, this week was a good week. I got to really kind of focus on stuff, general design, specific design, some level design stuff, some ideas for the intro sequence, how that's going to work as far as the intro, how to get the player kind of set up with the story and how it feeds into the gameplay. So that's cool. I feel good about that. So that's a good first draft on that before we have to actually commit to making it and doing stuff. And just messing around with the general kind of level flow process. Yeah, actually, I can show you an image. This is actually so the game has a world map, kind of like Super Mario World, and there are different islands that you can navigate. And each island has its own set of levels and stuff to do on there. So I'll show up an image right now. This is an old island. This is not the current one, so this is out of date because I don't want to give any spoilers or whatever. And so what you can see there is the different yellow dots represent the levels, and the little black line obviously shows the path in between, that you can travel to them. And different sizes as well, kind of suggesting a smaller level or a larger level. There's that brown dot, which is kind of an underground kind of cavern, whatever kind of theme. And then you'll have the red dots with the little dotted lines, which are secret levels. So you kind of have to find a secret exit from from the previous level to gain access to that. And then you've got the big boss up there. And then the brown kind of lines are bridges from, or whatever, a way to get from one island to another island. It may not actually end up being a bridge, but that's how you get to another island. So anyway, so there you go. So the process is interesting because it's a mixture of laying stuff out like that. I've got it on my computer, that's why I'm pointing over here. But also I have an Excel document which lists the levels. Actually, there's a lot more levels now on that first island than there is in that image. So then I have a list of what the islands are as far as the size, the theme, and any other pertinent. Well, there's actually even a gameplay style to it as well. There are like regular levels, both large and small. So the reason large and small is important for me to be purposeful about placing is a sense of pace. If you have like 3 massive levels back to back and then a tiny one, and then 3 massive levels back to back and then a tiny one, that's going to set a certain pace, the feeling of gameplay. If you alternate between the two, that's going to set a certain pace. So it's about trying to get that kind of that pace, that curve of gameplay where you may have a large level and then you have a smaller level afterwards. So that smaller level you have a larger sense of accomplishment versus a larger level, which is a bigger undertaking, more challenge to kind of complete. So it's nice to kind of play with those and be purposeful about where they are for that reason. But anyway, there's different gameplay styles where there's the regular levels, like I say, different sizes. There are ghost levels or cursed levels that have a different kind of gameplay property going on, which we've shown in the past on video trailers and stuff to kind of show what that kind of looks like. And then there are some other gameplay themes in levels throughout to kind of give a sense of variety. So when you travel from level to level, it may on the surface feel like, great, it's a game with levels in it, woohoo. But as you navigate through them, and they're not exactly the same as the last one and blah blah blah, they actually have a sense of variety to them. as you navigate, it just keeps you entertained, keeps you interested. You know, you're not, hit an element of surprise, not quite sure what the next level will be, which is nice. So anyway, yeah, so I spent a lot of time kind of moving stuff around on that image of the beach, as well as the Excel document, changing the orders of things and kind of moving things around to really get a good feel for it. And that's why the island looks so basic. It's obviously not final artwork. It will look nice one day. It's so then I can move things around without having to worry about moving artwork around. I'm just moving dots around and creating new lines, and I can expand the island really easy, and completely change that without having to worry about too much. So anyway, so that's part of what I've been working on. I mean, I've been kicking this around for months as far as the actual islands and the levels and the types and stuff. So that, and it's, the nice thing is our system is flexible enough where we can change it infinitely until the point where, like, alright, now I need to make it look nice. It has to be baked in now, because now I'm going to actually draw the artwork to actually look cohesive. But up until that time, yeah, we can move everything around until it feels good. So the plan is to get the gameplay done for the entire game, or an island at a time, or whatever. And go, yeah, great, that feels good, cool, now we can commit to that, now let's make the island look nice. So anyway, there you go. That's what we're going on with Treasure Noughts, which is very nice. Chicken Wiggle, the intro is done, yay, very good. Been polishing the levels, been playing through all the levels and kind of moving stuff around and fixing this and that and the other, so that's really good. So all that remains now in Chicken Wiggle is the final boss in the outro, so fingers crossed we'll get to that this week and wrap it up pretty soon. That'd be good. The mobile game, making crazy great progress. It's, yeah, I mean, like I said, it's really simple. So it's not a tremendous, I mean, it's not like it's easy work or whatever, but it's a short amount of time to get everything done and get it done. So I think hopefully maybe I'll even be able to reveal what it is next week, maybe, or the next couple of weeks. To kind of start giving you guys an idea of what we're working on. Like I said, it's really basic, it's simple, but I like it a lot. It's leveraging some of our previous efforts, which always helps present a game that is bigger than the time it took to create, which is always good for you and for me, in that case, which is always good. So yeah, so hopefully I'll reveal more on that later. So that is that for that section, and now we will move on to Random Waffles. Random Waffles. I just want to really quick kind of talk about politics, but specifically about not talking about politics. Like in the past, I have posted a few things, not really necessarily stating my party, allegiance or anything like that, but more just kind of videos or news articles that I found interesting to kind of share that. This was like months ago when the election was happening, campaigning was happening. But since then, I don't know, I probably lost some people from doing that, and when I'm on the receiving end of that from other people when they post things, I understand. I have muted a lot of people, I'll be honest, that have been posting their political stuff, because it's like, it comes across as people just telling you that their opinion's right and yours is wrong, or even if you agree with them, it's still like, yeah, okay, I don't really want to think about politics all the time. It's some people will want to, and that's great, good for you. But for me, it's important, of course, but I like to go to Twitter, for example, and hear about gaming news and other game-related things. And a lot of the people I follow are, in the industry, or just people that are, have some connection to games or whatever, or they're not, but they're entertainment. I get a Twitter for entertainment and news. I don't really go there for politics or religion or anything heavy like that. So yeah, I've definitely been muting people, and then obviously that got me thinking, well, like, you know what, I just need to not post that, because what's the point? No one's mind was ever changed through social media, or very, very few people, if they were, as far as what their inner needs are. as far as their lifestyle, and then how politics may or may not change or affect or improve that person's lifestyle. So what my opinion is meaningless, to someone else. I mean, I guess it might be interesting. I find some other people's interesting, but I don't want to hear it all the time. So anyway, so I will specifically not be posting political things or talking about political things, because I just, I like games, and hopefully you watch these and maybe you follow me on Twitter because you're interested in games as well and interested in the games that I'm working on. You're probably not interested in my political or any other non-game related opinion on anything else, and it's really not it's not valid or appropriate for that medium, I don't think. I think political discussion is good if you're going into a place, a forum, if you will, to chat about that, but this or Twitter is not that forum for me, so I don't want to hear it or talk about it. So anyways, hopefully you appreciate that. I just want to just chat about that, because obviously it's been a hot issue for the last 18 months, 2 years. How long has this been going on for, this campaign? And now that we're finally it's over, now there's more stuff that's happening, it's continuing, and it's just like, oh my god, there's so much news surrounding politics. It seems more than ever before, but maybe I'm just paying attention more now. Maybe the last campaign and the candidates in it just created a little bit more emotional impact, let's say. So anyway, there you go. So I am going to get back to it. I hope you have a fantastic day. Thanks for watching, and I'll put links down below of some of the stuff, or all of the stuff hopefully that I've mentioned, and I'll see you next week. Alright, thanks guys, take care, bye.